Hello, is it Joe's Allen's bar? Could you tell me if Evelyn Mira is there, please? Evie Mira, that's right. I see. Was she there at all today? I'm here. Just what I need. A trusting daughter. Never mind, thank you. If you knew what a terrific day I have, you wouldn't be worrying about me. I've got sensational news. I was picked up today. He was 86 years old, with a cane and a limp, but he really dug me. I don't think he could see me or hear me too, but we really hit it off. If I don't get any better offer this week, I'm going to contact him at the home. Hello, pussycat. Give your mother a kiss. What's wrong? It's almost 9 o'clock. You're kidding? I'm not kidding. It's almost 9 o'clock. All right, don't get excited. What did I miss? The eclipse? What happened? You don't call, you don't leave a note, you don't tell me where you are going to be. I'm expecting you home for dinner at 6:30, and you don't show, and I'm scared to death. What happened? Where were you? Hanging around the men's room in the subway. I had a good day. You want to hear the details or you want to yell at me? I want to yell at you. You can't yell at me. I'm your mother. I missed your dinner. Oh God, Polly, I'm sorry. What did you make? I don't know, something out of the cookbook. It was brown and it was hot. If you want some, it is in the kitchen now. It's yellow and it's cold. Don't be mad at me. All I've got in the world is you and that 60-year-old Jimp. Don't be mad at me. Let me tell you what happened today. Did you eat? Yes, I think so. Listen to what happened. I ran into this old girlfriend of mine who used to work in the clubs. What do you mean you think so? Don't you know if you ate or not? I ate. I had a sandwich for lunch. I run up to Lenox Hill and take an x-ray for you. Will you listen to my story? You mean you haven't had anything to eat except lunch? Didn't say lunch on the sandwich. Maybe it was a dinner sandwich. I don't know. What are you talking in school this week, nagging? Let me tell you my story. You don't sleep well and I never see you eat, so I'm worried about you. Who says I don't sleep well? I watch you at night. Then you are the one who doesn't sleep well. You are in the living room until 5, 6 in the morning, pacing and smoking and coughing. I hear you in there. It's the television. I listen to cancer commercials. Making phone calls in the middle of the night? Who are you calling at 4 o'clock in the morning? The weather bureau. At 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd like to know what it's going to be like at 5 o'clock. Jesus, 2 more years of this? You're going to be a professional pain in the ass. Okay, fine with me. If you don't give a crap, I don't give a crap. And watch your goddamn language. If you don't watch yours, why should I watch mine? I talk this way. It's an impediment. You want me to wear braces on my mouth? You might as well. You never eat anything except a cup of coffee for breakfast. What in the hell difference does it make? Because if you don't take care of your body, it's not going to take care of you. I don't want to take care of my body. I want somebody else to take care of it. Why do you think I'm talking to an 80-year-old man? You are infuriating. It's like talking to a child. I don't get any respect. How the hell I'm going to be a mother if I don't get any respect? How I'm going to respect you when you don't respect yourself? Oh Christ, I'm a flop mother. 3 weeks and I blew it. Don't be angry, Polly. Don't be mad at me.
And stop apologizing. You are my mother. Make me apologize to you for talking the way I did. It won't happen again, sweetheart. I promise. Don't promise me. Promise yourself. I can live my life and yours. You've got to take over. You've got to be the one in charge around here. Listen, you are really getting me crazy now. Why don't you write all the rules and regulations nice and neat on a piece of paper and I'll do whatever it says? Put on one page where I yell at you and one page where you yell at me. Now, you want to hear what happened to me this afternoon or not? What happened this afternoon? I think I have a job. You're kidding? Where? Well, I was in Gucci's looking for a birthday present for Toby when suddenly I met this old girlfriend of mine who used to be a vocalist in the singing group. 4 Max and a track of some goddamn thing. Anyway, she can get over my gorgeous new figure and asks what I'm doing lately, and I tell her I'm looking for good, honest work, preferably around a lot of single men, like an aircraft carrier Okinawa or something like that. You are looking at me funny. If you are thinking of heading up the cold yellow stuff, forget it. I'm just listening. All right. Well, she starts to tell me how she's out of business now and is married to an Italian with 4 restaurants on Long Island, and right away I did his in with the math. I mean, 1 restaurant, you're in business. 4 restaurants, it's the mafia. Anyway, he's got a place in Garden City and he's looking for an attractive hostess who says, "Good evening, right this way, please," and wriggles her behind and gets $190 a week. So I played very cool and nonchalantly got down off my knees, kissed her shoes, licked her ankles, and carried her packages on the store. A hostess in a restaurant? Is that what you want to do? No. What I want to do is be a measure at New York Athletic Club, but there are no openings. Can I finish my story? Why don't you finish your story? Can I finish my story? Why don't you finish your story? Thank you. I finished my story. So, So we go around the corner to Scraps and she buys me a sherry and we sit there chat there chatting like a couple of scandal debutantes, me, the former Lash, and her a tippy married to Joe Bananas. And she writes down the address and I have to be at the Blue Cocado restaurant in the Garden City at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning where Lucas Luciano's nephew will interview me. All this in one day, plus getting my knees rubbed by an 86-year-old degenerate on the crosstown town bus, and you are going to sit there and tell me there's not God. What's the matter? You had a glass of sherry? Oh, Christ. Why did you have a glass of sherry? Because the waitress put it down in front of me. They don't put it down in front of you unless you order it. I don't understand you. I don't understand you. I rush home happy, excited, blabbing with good news, and who do I find when I get here? A 17-year-old cop. I'm not loaded. I'm not ashamed. I am thrilled to death because I spent the whole day out of this house and I came home alive and noticed and even wanted. Do you need a drink to feel that? I was tense. I was afraid of blowing the job, so I had one stinking like drink. Did you ever have a cocktail in Scraps? Half of it is painted on the glass. That isn't the point. You could have had coffee or tea or milk. Thank you, miss. When do we land in Chicago? I don't want to talk about it anymore. Go inside and study. When you pass French, we'll discuss it in a foreign language. Until then, shape up or ship out or whatever the hell that expression is. No, listen. I think it's terrific. You think what's terrific? About today, about getting the job. I really do. When will you start? Well, in the first place, I didn't get it yet. And in the second place, I'm not so sure I'm going to take it. Then, what's all the excitement about? About being asked? About being wanted? I'm sorry, I don't think I understand. Please, God, I hope you never do. Listen, how about one chance at being a mother? If I screw up, you can buy out my contract for $100 and I'll move out. Who's going to bring me up? I'll set you on automatic. Hey, come on, get dressed. We have a party that started 15 minutes ago. What party? Toby's party. She's 40 years old today. She's promised to take off her makeup and reveal her true identity. I've got, I've got to study. I have a science test on Monday. Flunk it, man. Don't like you if you are too smart. I'm pouring. That's all I'm doing is pouring.
Who is coming? Jimmy, Marty, and Toby. What should I wear? How about the blue chiffon? You can wear black crepe as long as your boobs don't bounce around. Mother? Yes? Don't take that job. You're too good for it. Hold out for something better. I'm glad you say that. Who the Chris even knows where Garden City is? Hey, let's have a good time tonight. I'm beginning to feel like my old self again. Hey, listen, I forgot to tell you. We have a lunch date tomorrow. Who has a lunch date? We do. You, me, and Daddy. What Daddy? My Daddy. You remember? Felicia's husband? 12 o'clock at Ruppelsmeyer. Why didn't you tell me? Because I never see you. Now I see you. He just wants to have lunch with us. Talk, see how we are getting along. We are getting along fine. He knows. He just wants to see. You mean he's checking to see what shape I'm in? Chris, he's going to look in my ears, under my finger's nail. I'll never pass. He just wants to talk. Is he gonna ask questions like what's the capital of Bulgaria? Stop worrying. It'll be alright. I got to get dressed. Oh, and if he does, the capital is Sofia. Just what I needed. A physical examination in Ruppelsmeyer. I should have had 2 shares today. Are you getting it? If I was getting it, I wouldn't be looking for jobs all day. Get dressed. No kiss? No hello? Aren't you going to look up? Maybe you're in the wrong apartment. If you're that hungry, have some nuts. What's the matter? What's happened? I'm okay. I'm not upset anymore. I'm alright. I know my leg is shaking, but I'm alright. Why? What's wrong? They pushed the opening of the show back one night. It's opening Tuesday instead of Monday. Alright, it's Tuesday instead of Monday. What's so terrible? It's another actor instead of me. They fired me. The little son of a bitch fired me 3 nights before the opening. Oh, Christ. Fired by a 19-year-old producer from Oklahoma. Look at the leg. Do you realize the tension that must be going on in my body right now? Oh, Jimmy, no, don't tell me. If he didn't like me, why he hired me in the first place, huh? The entire cast is shocked. Shock, Evie. 3 nights before the opening. They must be shocked. He didn't even get somebody else to tell me. He wanted to tell me himself. He stood there with a little smile on his goddamn baby face and said, "Sorry, Jimmy, it's just not working out." 19 years old. Can you imagine, Evie? 10,000 kids a month getting drafted, and they leave this one behind to produce my show. What can I say? What can I do? 3 nights before the opening, my name was in the Sunday Times ad. I've got 18 relatives from Paterson, New Jersey coming to my opening. 6 of them already sending me telegrams. My own Rosario sent me a candygram. I already ate the goddamn candy. Oh God, I can beat it. Tell me what to do for you. Everybody in the cast wanted to walk out on the show. I wouldn't let them. Even the director was crazy about me. I can breathe. I can catch my breath. I'm so upset. I'm gonna calm down, Evie. I'll be alright. I know how you feel, I swear. I know exactly how you feel. Do you? You know how it feels for a grown man to plead and beg to a child, Evie? A child! I said to him, "You're not happy? I'll do it any way you want. Faster, slower, louder. I'll wear the dress. I'll shave my head. I'll relieve myself on the stage in front of my own family. I'm an actor. Give me a chance to act." He turned his back on me and shoved a tizzy roll in his mouth. "Listen, maybe the play won't be a hit. Maybe it'll be a bomb. I'm close to in one night. You're lucky you're out of it." "What do you mean, maybe?" "It's got no chance. It's the worst piece of crack ever put on stage. That is why it's so humiliated. To get fired from a piece of garbage like that, who's gonna want me for something good?"
Screw him, sweetheart. You don't need them. Something better will come along. When? Next Christmas at Corbett's? Do you know who they gave my part to? The understudy. He's not even a full-time actor. He drives a cab in a day. A Puerto Rican cab driver. Can't speak English. He got me a coffee the first 2 weeks. Now he's got my part. Oh, look how my neck is traveling. That's blood pumping into the brain. I'm going to have a hemorrhage. You are not going to have a hemorrhage. I'm going to tell my family in Jersey. My sister's talking my 12 years old niece, her first time in the theater. Never saw me on the stage. He's gonna think she's got a Puerto Rican uncle. I was thinking maybe I wouldn't tell anyone. Opening night, I will show up in the theater, walk out on the stage. 2 of us will play the same part, one in Spanish, one in English. The critics will love it. Whatever you say, you want the theater blown up? They could rub it out. I am with the mafia. They would be glad to do it. But I don't want you absent. Not tonight. It's Toby's birthday. I'm counting on you for laughs. Look at my fingers. There is not colors in the nails. That's hemorrhage. I'm having a goddamn hemorrhage and I can't find it. Give me your coat. Come on, give me your coat. For Christ's sakes, you wanna catch a pneumonia? What the hell difference does it make? Oh no. Jimmy, no, don't. Jimmy, listen, you can't do this to me. Stop it, Jimmy. You hear? I won't stand for it. What the hell am I going to do? You are not going to crack up on me. I'm not going to get stuck with at that party. Come on, Jimmy. Who am I kidding, Evie? I'm not going to make it. I'm never going to make it in this business. Go ahead. You want to destroy me? You want to tear my guts out? You know I can't handle it. 22 years I am still expecting to get discovered. The oldest goddamned newcomer in show business. Listen, you bastard. If I start to cry, it's all over.
You really want to see crying? I will make you look foolish. I should have stayed at Bonnet's. I would have been a floor walker today. No, you wouldn't, because you are going to become a star, a great big star. You are already a shuttle. There is no point in wasting it. Don't say anything. Don't say anything to Toby. I won't. I promise. Not a word. Avie, you have seen me on the stage. You know I can be good. Was I good, Avie? Tell me. I really have to know. You are the best. There is no one better. You ring a doorbell and the house comes down. Let me get you a drink. You will feel much better if you have a drink. I'm not Oliver. I never said I was Oliver, did I? I don't even like Oliver. I can't understand him half the time. Remember Mr. Roberts at Back's Country? Or Born Yesterday in Wisput? I never heard laughs like that in my life. Did ya? The truth. Did ya? Oof, I have never heard laughs like that in my life. In my life, I never heard laughs like that. And I don't have to get laughs all the time. My God, the things I have done. Papydra, Mother Carriage, Rhinoceros, The Balcony, Detective Story. Jesus. Remember Detective Story? The Second Hood? I was incredible. You were brilliant. When did you see me in Detective Story? I did that in Columbus, Ohio. You were so brilliant, I didn't have to see it. I played the dolphin in St. John's at the Cleveland Auditorium 3 years before that 19 years old, rich Oklahoma idiot schmuck was born. He's not worth it. I actually pleaded with him. I humiliated myself in front of the entire cast. I had no shame. No shame, Evie. Opening night, my mother will throw herself in front of a rented limousine. That's the best things that could happen to your mother. I don't wish anybody in the world harm. I don't curse anybody. I want everybody to live their lives healthy and without pain. But I pray that little bastard gets a baby rat stuck in his throat and chokes him on the spot.
Oh my God, what I am doing? I am sitting here drinking with you. Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Put that glass down. He reaches for it, but she pulls it away. Evie, I am not drinking. I am sipping. Jimmy, you already sipped a whole glass. Give it to me. Evie, you think I am going to stand here and watch you have a breakdown on ginger ale? I need help too. Jimmy, you put your lips to that glass one more time, you're going to need more than help. Evie holds the glass up. All right, I'm through. I'm through. Then she raises the glass to her lips and finishes it. They are all right? Jimmy, why you do that for me? Didn't I have enough heartache today? Evie, a grown man is crying. You want me to sit down and read Newsweek? I'm sorry, I panicked. Jimmy, you didn't panic, you drank. Panicking is when you scream and run around like a lunatic. Evie, I will, I promise. Next time I'll panic. Better still, don't tell me your problems. You're a 12-year-old niece. Tell her your troubles. Kids love to cry. Jimmy turns away from her. I'm standing there drinking with her. I see the glass in her hand and I am drinking with her. Evie walks around in front of him to get his attention. Don't be mad at me. Everybody's mad at me today. Show me a little tenderness. I will show you a terrific person. Jimmy looks at her, he welts. How could I be mad at you? You loved me in a detective story and never even saw it. He bugs her. The doorbell rings. Evie, in a low voice. Don't tell Polly. Don't tell her I drank. Tell her I panicked. Jimmy, some mood I am in front of Bart Chris. Evie calls out. Hey, Paul, come on. They are here. Polly, off stage. I don't know how to work the brassiere. Evie, at the door to Jimmy. Try and be happy tonight. You won't have to do it for another year. Jimmy nods joyously at her. She opens the door. Toby stands there, looking absolutely ravishing in a new dress. She smiles at Evie. Oh, gods, that's a pretty woman. Look, Jimmy, look at the pretty woman. Jimmy smiles. Oh, yes, that's a pretty woman. Evie to Jimmy. Go, sweetheart, go kiss the pretty woman. Jimmy crosses in front of Evie and kisses Toby on the cheek. Jimmy. Happy birthday, darling. Toby smiles. Thank you. She speaks softly. Evie crosses to Toby. Evie. Happy birthday, pretty woman. She bugs Toby. Toby. Thank you, Evelyn. She goes to the sofa and sits down, opening her purse. Evie looks toward the outside wall. Isn't Marty with you? Toby. No. Jimmy closes the door. Evie. Is he coming later? Toby. Bessie powdering. I don't think so. Evie looks at Jimmy, then at Toby. You don't think so? Don't you know? Toby. Yes, I know. He's not coming later. Looks around. Isn't Pauline here? Evie. He's not coming for your birthday party? Are you going to tell me he's working tonight? Toby. No, he's not working. He just couldn't come to my birthday party. She takes out the powder puff again and begins to powder her already bigly powdered face. Evie. Why not?
Toby. Well, I didn't catch everything he said, because he was very busy packing, but it seems that Martin wants a divorce. She smiled at them as though he has told them nothing more startling than it's raining outside. Jimmy and Evie stared at her, stunned. Toby suddenly controls the flood of tears that are threatening to come by patting her hand to her eye. But we do hear a faint sign from here. Is there anything to eat in the refrigerator? She gets up and quickly crosses into the kitchen to release the floodgates.
Jimmy looks up to heaven, clasping his hands. Oh, sweet Mother of Jesus! You just going to stand there? Say something to her? Do something! But Evie stands there. Toby, Toby! He runs off to the kitchen after Toby. Evie runs, looks around, sees that no one is looking, and quickly pours herself a glass of champagne. She drinks it quickly, then puts the glass down. Polly emerges from the bedroom, looking lovely and feminine. Polly, arm extended. Happy birthday! Looks around. Where's the birthday lady? Evie motions toward the kitchen. With the great American actor, Polly. Do I look alright? Evie responded. Don't count on applause. Jimmy comes out of the kitchen. Jimmy. She's all right. Give her a couple of seconds. To Polly. Hello, Angel. Don't you look gorgeous? Polly, beaming. I was thinking of wearing this for your opening, okay? Jimmy looks at Evie, then crosses away. Polly looks at them, then to Evie. I detect tenseness. Is there tenseness at this party? Evie. And it's only 10 after 9. Toby comes out of the kitchen. She seems composed. Toby. I love the cake, Evie. It is beautiful cake. Oh, Polly, how sweet. How sweet and beautiful you are. I was the same way. Polly goes to her. Happy birthday, Toby. They kiss.
Toby, thank you, darling. It's so good to see you. I never see you. I was so anxious to see you tonight and spend some time with you. I never spend enough time with you. Will you excuse us, darling? I have to talk to your mother. Polly, now. Evie, now. Polly, I'll study French. Call me when the games begin. She goes into the bedroom. Toby, she's going to be beautiful, Evie. There is nothing so important in a woman's life as being beautiful. There is a pause. No one says anything. Anyone want to hear about my divorce? Jimmy, you are not serious. You had a fight, that's all it was. A little fight, right? Toby, no, there's going to be an actual divorce. He is, at the very moment we are speaking, getting advice from his brother, the lawyer, and sympathy from his understanding sister-in-law, who happens to know a great deal about sympathy because of those two huge warts on the side of her nose. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine, really. Evie, what happened tonight? Don't describe what you were wearing, just the details. Toby, there are no details. He wants a divorce. It's that simple. Do you have any canapés, darling? I think I forgot to eat in all the excitement. Evie, you caught him at the Americana Hotel with the stewardess from Delta Airlines, right? Toby, it wouldn't bother me if I caught him at his brother's house with his sister-in-law or his sister's house with his brother-in-law. It's not another woman. Jimmy, then what is it? Toby, I must have something to drink. Evie to Jimmy, the ladies need a drink. Jimmy, I'll get it. He moves hurriedly and gets the champagne bottle from where Evie left it and pours a glass for Toby. Toby takes a deep breath. Martin has grown accustomed to my face. She's visibly wounded, but she's trying hard to not show the hurt. Accustomed to my touch, accustomed to my voice. And I think he's a little bored with my hair. She looks at them, forces a smile, sips a little wine. He's devoted to me, he's respectful of me, he's indebted to me, but he's having trouble sleeping with me. For some inexplicable reason, inexplicable is his word, he has had no desire to make sexual advances towards me. He makes them, but there's no desire. It's as though someone were in the back of him pushing. He's not tired. He's not overworked. He's not distracted. He's simply turned off. That's my word. Jimmy about to say something helpful. Toby, for God's sake. Toby, did you know that in 1950 I was voted the prettiest girl at the University of Michigan? An all-American halfback was willing to give up a trip to the Rose Bowl for one night of my favors. In 1951, I switched schools and was voted the prettiest girl at the University of Southern California. I received on the average 15 sexual proposals a week, at least 2 from the faculty. Evie, all right, Toby. Toby, when I was 16, I was offered a 7-year contract by RKO Pictures. They knew I couldn't act. They didn't even care. They said the way I looked, it wasn't important. When I was 17 years old, a married psychiatrist in Los Angeles drove his car into a tree because I wouldn't answer his phone calls. You can read all of this in my diaries. I still have them. Evie, Toby, please stop. Toby, when I was 19, I had an affair with a boy who was the son of the largest book publisher in the world. When I was 20, I had an affair with the largest book publisher in the world. The son threatened to kill the father, but by then, I was having an affair with the youngest symphony conductor in the world. Jimmy, for God's sake, will you say something to her? Toby, accelerating. When I was 23, I slept with a member of the British royal household. I slept with him. In the British Royal House, there is a senator living in Washington, D.C. today who will vote any way I want him to vote by spending just one morning in Washington, D.C. I have had more men in politics, in the arts, in science, more of the most influential men in the world in love with me, desirous of me, hungry for me, than any woman I ever met in my entire life. And that son of a bitch, $400 a week television salesman, tells me he isn't interested. Then let him get out. I don't need him. And she begins to sob uncontrollably. Evie, Evie. Evie, of course, is distraught with her own inability to help. Evie, Jimmy, do something or I'll kill myself. Jimmy quickly crosses to Toby and sits on the arm of her chair, putting his arm around her to comfort her. Jimmy, it's all right, Toby, it's all right. Toby looks up at Jimmy. I am still beautiful. I am still desirable. I don't care how old I am. Jimmy, of course you are, my God. Evie, give her some more wine. Toby to Evie. Evie, no woman has ever taken care of herself the way I have. Evie goes to the champagne bottle. I am 40 years old today and my skin is as smooth and as creamy white as it was when I was 16. Evie hands Jimmy a glass of champagne. Jimmy, giving the glass to Toby. Drink this, come on, Toby, you'll feel better. Toby. We spent 2 months on the beach at West Hampton last summer, and the sun never once touched my body. I wore more clothes on that beach than I do in New York in January. In Acapulco last year, the Mexicans thought I was some kind of a white goddess. They would bow to me on the streets. Jimmy, remember I told you that story? Jimmy, I remember that story.
Toby. Last summer in Los Angeles, that boy I had an affair with, the book publisher's son, called me at the Beverly Hills Hotel, dying to see me. He came over and we had cocktails in the bottle lounge. He looked like my father, Evie. And then the waiter came over and I swear may God strike me dead as I sit here with my dearest friends. The waiter asked me for my ID card. I don't even think it is 21 in California. I think you have to be 18. I know it's dark in the bottle lounge, but it's not that dark. Jimmy. It is not. I've been there, I know. Toby. I'm not a stupid woman, I know that. I've traveled a lot, I'm well-read, well-educated. I went to 2 universities. I have had marvelous intellectual conversations with some of the most brilliant men in the world. But the thing that men admire most in a woman is her femininity and her beauty. That's the truth, Evie. I know it is. Isn't that the first thing you men look for in a woman, Jimmy? Jimmy. Yes, I suppose it is. Toby. I know I'm vain, Evie. I never pretended I'm not. I devoted my whole day to myself, to my face, to my body. I sleep all morning so my eyes won't be red. I bath twice a day in soft water. I buy the world's most expensive creams. I have a Japanese man who lives in White Plains come down twice a week just to do my feet. Did you know that, Evie? Did you? Jimmy. I didn't know he was Japanese. Toby. I swear. He says I have the feet of an Oriental woman. Can you imagine, Evie? Born in Grand Rapids, Michigan, with the feet of an Oriental woman? But I've never done it for me. None of it. It's what Martin wanted. He came into his house at night. What all men want, femininity and beauty. But Evie, if it no longer interests Martin, then I assure you, somewhere, soon, someplace, someone else will be very, very interested. Evie, for purely medical purposes, I'm having a drink. Jimmy, Evie, Evie, I'm only 130 pounds, but if you try and stop me, I'll kill you. One drink for Christ's sake. Jimmy, you had one drink. Evie, for your story. Now I need one for hers. Toby, what's the matter? What's going on? Evie, nothing's going on, but it's going to start right now. We've all had a few minor setbacks, but it's a birthday party, and I don't give a crap if the room is on fire. We are going to start having some fun. We need a new bottle. Polly, fun and games. Toby, I'm not staying. I just wanted to talk to someone. Evie, nobody's leaving this room until we are all happy. Now sit down, damn it. Drink your booze. Jesus, what a bunch of depressing people. Polly, okay, who do I dance with? Evie, no, that's the kind of person you invited to a party. So far, it's just you and me, kid. We're gonna goose things up. Put on one of your records. I will get some more wine. And none of that folk singing crap where they threw babies in the Tallahatchie River. I want some real music, Pussycat. Jimmy, nothing. Everything is fine. Toby, I think I must have upset her. Did I upset her, Jimmy? Jimmy, it's not you. It's everybody. We are all upsetting each other. Some friends. Polly, she had a drink at Straff's this afternoon. Did she tell you? Jimmy, at Straff's? Who the hell's go off the wagon at Straff? Toby, I shouldn't have said all that to her. I could see she was very upset. Evie, goddamned, cheap champagne. I had to make the noise with my tongue. Glasses up, everyone. We're not going to play that louder, right? Polly, let me pour it, mother. Evie, oh, you heard that? Mother, she calls me. If it's one thing I know how to get, it's respect. Toby, Evie, don't pay attention to what I said before. Everything's going to be alright. Honestly. Evie, no, listen. You have a major problem. You and Marty are only making it 2 times a day. If I were you, I'd kill myself. Toby, Evie, please. Can we discuss this later? Evie, what's the matter? You're worried about Polly? My Polly? You don't know about kids today, do you? She could give you a sex lecture right now. Your eyebrows would fall out. Am I right? Is that the truth, Polly?
May I have the wine, please? What do you think? Kids learn about sex today the way you and I did? In rumble seats? They have closed circuit television. Am I right? Actual demonstrations. Two substitute teachers go at it in the gymnasium, and the kids take notes. Is that the truth? That's the truth. It's the truth. Polly has a 16-year-old girlfriend in school who got knocked up for homework. Am I lying? Huh? No. Oh, Christ. That's funny. Look how funny you all think it is. Gee, what a terrific part. Later on, we'll get some fluid and embalm each other. Polly, get a glass. You have to drink to Toby's birthday. Can I pour it myself? What's the matter? You don't trust me? One glass. That's all I'm going to have. My daughter is worried about me. Do you know what it is to have a daughter worried about you? It is the single greatest pleasure in the world. In the world! You can have your toes tickled by a jab. I take your daughter worrying about me anytime. I don't even deserve it. The truth, Polly, I don't deserve it. You grew up, you saw the bus driver more than you saw me. Am I right? Polly, why don't you get the cake? No, it's all right. Polly and I understand each other. We have an agreement. She doesn't bug me out about the past, and I don't bug her out about not wearing underwear. Evie, stop. You are embarrassing her. I am not. Am I embarrassing you, sweetheart? I'm not embarrassing you, am I? I let you embarrass me if you let me take your glass. I told you, I'm not embarrassing her. I mean, the girl is a beautiful. Toby, if you saw her sleeping in the row, you'd kill yourself. It's all firm. Remember firm? You don't remember firm. Okay, now I'm getting embarrassed. The body of a young woman is God's greatest achievement. Of course he could have built it to last longer, but you can't have everything. Evie, it's my birthday and you are not making me very happy. Let's not have any more wine. Why doesn't everybody relax? It's like a goddamn telethon for palsy. Come on, a toast. A toast for my friend Toby. Jimmy, you do it. You are the toastmaster. A toast, everyone. Evie, I don't think anyone's in the mood. Well, put him in the mood. What else you gotta do? You are not working. I'm never good at these things. I never know what to say. Glasses up, everyone. To Toby, whom we all love and cherish. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Toby. Thank you. That's the toast. Sounds like she died of leukemia. $50 donation in memory of Toby Landau, who we loved and cherished. She's alive, for Christ's sakes. Tell her what a great bro she is. It was a lovely toast, Evie, and I am very touched. You are a great bro, Toby. I want you to know it. Only one who came to see me in the hospital. And never forget about you for that. Evie, stop. I'm going to cry again. I don't care if you whistle Dixie through your ass. I am telling you, I love you. Oops, sorry, Polly. Mother's being naughty. Evie, will you give me that bottle? When it's empty, pussycat. Mother, should I get the cake now? I'll tell you when to get the cake. I'm not ready for the cake yet. What the hell's the big rush with the cake? I didn't rent it. I bought it outright. I'm still telling Toby how much I love her. Oh, Christ, Jesus, I'm sorry. On your birthday, got you right in the crotch. Polly, get me a Kleenex or something. It's all right, it'll dry. It's ruined. Your $250 dress is ruined. Listen, I want you to take my name coat. I paid $3,200 for it in 1941. You can get about $4 for it now, and I'll pay you a little bit each week. Evie, it's all right. It's an old dress. No kidding. I buy it from you. What do you want? About $20? I mean, it's not worth more. It got a goddamn wine string right in front. Polly, why don't you get the cake? Don't you touch that cake! I'm emceeing this party. Evie, please don't drink anymore. Evie, I'm asking you nicely for the last time. Put down the wine.
I am. I'm putting it down as fast as I can. Listen, I got a first class idea. Why don't you two move in with us? We don't need anybody else. Just us four girls. What do you say? Evie, I got to go. Thank you for the party. What party? 2 salted peanuts. Everyone took turns crying, and you think out on me. Evie, I can't sit here and watch what's happening. Polly, take care of her. I'll call you in the morning. Evie, I'm sorry if I did this to you. Wait a minute. Your present. I didn't give you your present. Polly, get her back. She's gone, Mother. I believe this is your dance, Colonel Sanders. And by the way, I love your finger-licking chicken. Evie, you stupid bitch. Hey, watch that kind of talk. I have a daughter here someplace. Then why do you act like this in front of her? Jimmy, it's alright. It's not alright. She's drunk and disgusting, and she doesn't give a damn about herself or anyone else. Well then, damn it, neither do I. Go on, finish the bottle, finish the whole damn case for all I care. Okay, Buster, you just talked yourself out of an opening night party. And you just drank yourself out of a couple of friends. I don't want to see you anymore, Evie. I swear to God, I am through. Finished forever. I've bought it. Goodbye, Polly. I'm sorry. How about a little kiss goodbye? Come on, one little kiss on the lips. It'll make all the New York papers. Let go of me, damn it. Jimmy, come back. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Don't leave me. You're the only man in my life. I guess this would be a good time to get the cake. I am not hungry. I've got homework to do. I'll clean up later. Oh, you're mad at me. I don't know what I did, but you're mad at me, right? I am not mad at you, Mother. What then? You're ashamed? Ashamed of your sweet little old mother because she had 2 tiny glasses of domestic wine? I am not ashamed. Then what are you? I am sorry. I'm just plain sorry. Sorry for what? For me? Well, don't be sorry for me because I don't need your goddamn teenage pity. I'm terrific, baby. Haven't you noticed? Cost me $2,700 and I am skinny and terrific and I can have any dirty old man in the neighborhood. Oh, Jesus, Polly. I'm sorry. Polly, don't be mad. Come on out. We'll have our own private party. Look, I'm gonna put on some music. I've just had a request to play one of my old numbers. Come listen to Mother sing when she was a big star, darling. Well, not exactly a big star, but I once had a sandwich named after me at the stage delicatessen. That's not bad, is it? It's not bad. It's not terrific, but it's not bad. This is about the same size audiences I used to get. Polly, please come out. I don't want to listen to me all by myself. Polly? I am not going to listen all by myself. Hello? Lou? You alone? Guess who wants to come over to your place?
Act 3. It is the following morning, Saturday, about 11 o'clock. Polly is seated on the piano bench, staring aimlessly and worriedly. Toby, in a polo coat over pajamas, sits on a chair, nervously smoking. I'm not worried. You've told me that since 8 o'clock this morning, Toby. She's all right. She's done this before. I'm not worried. Is that why you've had 9 cigarettes since you got here? I have other problems on my mind besides your mother's disappearance. If I get nicotine stains on my teeth, I'll never forgive her. She just walks out and disappears all night without saying a word. Where the hell could she be? Don't swear, darling. Your mother wouldn't like it. You really should get some sleep, Angel. You are going to get little ugly puffy rings under your eyes. I'm sorry, Toby. I've never gone through this before. She's put me through this for 12 years. That's why I wear such heavy makeup. Underneath this is my mother. I'm not going to forgive her, Toby. I swear. The minute I hear she's all right, I'm not going to forgive her. She starts to cry, rushes into the bedroom and closes the door behind her. Toby picks up her coffee cup and starts to go into the kitchen. When the door opens, it's Evie hiding her face. Well, good morning. That's entirely possible. Do you know what time it is? November? Evie! Later, Toby, I have to go to the John. I refuse to talk to your unbrushed hair all morning. Turn around and look at me. Oh, God! Your eye! Evie, what have you done? You want to be my friend, Toby? No questions and no sympathy? I'm alright. I don't think I want to hear about it. Where is Polly? She's been up all night calling everyone. I made her go in and lie down. Well, if she sleeps for 3 weeks, I might get away with it. You don't seem to be acting much like a woman who just got beaten up. I didn't get beaten, Toby. Just punched. One clean little punch. I never even felt it. Really? Have you seen what you look like? Compared to you, what difference does it make? I'm alright, I promise you. Sit down, let me put some ice on it. I've already had medical attention. A dog licked my face while I was down. Who did it? What difference does it make? Because I feel responsible. Come on, Toby. I got what I asked for last night because I wasn't getting anything else. All right, I'm sitting. Are you happy now? How can I be happy when your face is half smashed in? How many places do you have to go before you find what you were looking for? Just one. If there is one thing I know how to do, it's shop. Oh, Christ, Evie, sometimes you disgust me. That seems to be the general feeling around town. It was Lou Tanner, wasn't it? That's him, the man I love. Jesus, I knew it. There was always something about him that frightened me. You could see it in his eyes. Never mind the eyes. It's the big fist you gotta watch. I wouldn't hate you if you let me alone now, Toby. Why did you go there, Evie? He plays requests. I was lonesome. Why did you start drinking yesterday? Everything was going so good for you. Why, Evie? What do you want? A nice simple answer. When I was 6-year-old, my father didn't take me to the circus. How the hell do I know why I do anything? Didn't you learn anything in 10 weeks at the hospital? The doctor tried to explain, but I was too busy making a pass at him. If I knew Toby, would it make any difference? It would help. If you haven't eaten in 3 months, you don't want a description of food. You want a little hot something in the plate. And did you get your fill last night, Evie? Did you get your little hot something in the plate? No, but we negotiated for a while. With someone like that, a deadbeat musician who doesn't give a damn about hitting some drunken woman. You just don't get hit like that. You gotta ask for it. I happened to make a bad choice. I broke his guitar. I smashed it against the refrigerator, handed him a pieces and said, "Now you can look for work you're equipped to do." I thought it was cute. The man has no sense of humor. The truth, Evie, when he was beating you, did you enjoy it? Well, for a second there, I said to myself, it hurts like hell, but it sure beats indifference. Is there anything in the kitchen? I'm always hungry after a fight. What fight? There was no fight. You just stood there and let him beat the crap out of you. That's right, pussycat. The way you let everybody beat the crap out of you. Same as you, only Marty doesn't punch. He just walks out on you. In your own adorable way, you are no better off than I am. At least my face isn't beaten to a pulp. Terrific! You spent 40 years being gorgeous and all. You've got to show for it. It's a turn-up little nose. We cried for you yesterday. Today's my turn. At least I've tried to make things work. At least made the effort. The only effort you make is opening your compact. If you powder Marty once in a while instead of your face, you would be wearing his pajamas now instead of yours. I powdered my goddamn face because I was afraid every time Marty looked at me too closely, afraid he'd see what I was becoming. Terrific! Why don't you spend the rest of your life in the Beverly Hills Polo Lounge? You can put on a Shirley Temple dress and suck on a lollipop. And next year you will have an affair with the book publisher's grandson. Go to hell. Toby, you know I love you. We are the same kind of broads. We both manage to screw up everything. The only difference is you dress better doing it. Damn you, Evie. Damn you for being so goddamn honest all the time. Who needs the truth if this is what it gets you? Listen, I'm willing to live a lie. As far as I'm concerned, I'm 22 with a cute little behind. Now find me a fellow who believes it. You are not 22. You are 43. And you are an alcoholic with no sense of morality or responsibility. You've never had a lasting relationship with anyone who wasn't as weak or as helpless as yourself. So you have friends like Jimmy and me, misfits who can't do any more than pick up your discarded clothes and empty glasses. We all hold each other up because none of us has the strength to do it alone. And lovers like Lou Tanner, whose only talent is to beat your bloody face in and leave you when something better comes along. I know what I am, Evie. I don't like it, and I never have. So I covered the outside with Helena Rubinstein. I use little makeup jars. You use quart bottles. And poor Jimmy uses a little of both. Some terrific people. But by some strange miracle in there is a girl who is crazy in love with you because she is too young to know any better. But keep it up, Evie, and she will get to know better before you can say that Jack Daniels. The way I see it, you've got two choices. Either get a book on how to be a mature, responsible person or get her out of here before you destroy her chance to become one. There is your honesty and truth, Evie. It's a perfect fit. How do you like it? Actually, I was looking for something in a blue. That's the first time in my entire life I ever told anyone off. I think I'm going to be sick.
Look who's getting to be a real person. Next week, with a little luck, you'll throw away the eyelashes. Don't hate me, Evie. I still need a little help from my friends. Tell me you don't hate me. Hate you? I'm having trouble seeing you. So am I, but the picture's getting clearer. Come on, let me put something on your disgusting eye. I got a big scene to play with Ollie. I don't need an audience. Go on home. I can't. Marty's still there collecting some papers and things. You want to take some advice from a drunk? Go home, wash the crap off your face, put on a sloppy house dress, and bring him a TV dinner. What the hell could you lose? Nothing. Wouldn't it be funny if you were right? Of course I'm right. I'm always right. That's how I got where I am today. Jesus, I suddenly hate my face. What I love to do is get rid of the goddamn thing. No, you don't. You're going to send it to me by messenger. This lady is still in trouble. I'm going. I'm scared to death, but I'm going. I suddenly feel 10 years older. Look, Evie. Look at the pretty old lady. You'll love it. Little boys help you cross the street. Evie, don't tell Polly the truth about what happened. Lie a little. Protect her. That's what mothers are for. I'll say I was walking along Western Avenue and was hit by the Eastern Airlines shuttle to Boston. It needs work. I call you from home later. I have to stop off first and blow out my beauty blender. Good morning. You're up. Did you get any sleep? No, there was a terrible news on the radio. Someone was hit by an Eastern Airlines shuttle to Boston. It was me. How do you like it? Wow, it's terrific. Goes very nice with the neighborhood. Listen, I don't have any steak to put on that. Will bacon and eggs do? You're not going to yell at me? Is that it? I thought you were going to yell at me. I didn't go to sleep last night either. Oh, Evie, I'm so glad to see you. The jaw? What's the jaw? Listen, don't tell Toby. I promised her I wouldn't forgive you. She's not even my friend anymore. She's too old for me. Starting tomorrow I'm not speaking to you, but I'm so glad to see you today. You got to admit it's not a dull place to live. Listen, we're not going to discuss it. It never even happened. Can I get you anything? If you move on me, you'll get worse than I got. I had a drink. What? I made myself a scotch at 2 o'clock in the morning. The exit room PM wasn't working, and I had to do something to stop the throbbing in my head. Did it stop? No, but it made it bearable. Is that what's like, Evie? Is that what it does? Make things bearable? Mm-hmm. And if you take enough, it even stops the throbbing. Jesus. 3 weeks and I turned my daughter into a lush. I hated it. I'll never take another drop in my life. From now on, I'm sticking with marijuana. That's Mama's good girl. Hey, listen, we better get moving. We have a lunch date in half an hour. Remember? What lunch date? I told you last night, with Daddy, at Rumblesmeyer. Are you serious? With me looking like Rocky Graciano? He'll send you to a convent. You could put something on it. Some powder or something. Or you could wear a hat with a little veil. I could sit behind a big screen and talk through a microphone. I can't go there. I can't go to Rumblesmeyer looking like this. We'll think of something. How about you just did a Piraton commercial? How about just forgetting it? We can't. He's expecting you. What about a pair of dark sunglasses? It's not just the eye, baby. I have a hangover and the shakes. When I start spilling water on his lap, he's gonna notice something. But if you don't show up, he'll think something is wrong. How right could things be if you show up with a punchy mother? Is Melissa coming too? Felicia. Felicia. Can you picture that scene? I walk into Rubble's Mayors looking like a dead fish, and she clicks in her coffee, and he spits in her sherbet. She's not coming. It's just the three. It's just the three of us. He wants to talk to us together. I promised him that when I came here. Well, I'm promising. I'm not going. Okay. I tell him you're not feeling well. I figured out something. We'll do it again next week. In the meantime, will you see a doctor? Yes, Angel. When? As soon as I look better. I'll bring you back the coffee malted and a toy. Get some sleep. I'll be home in an hour. Polly! Yes? Maybe you'd better not make another day for next week. Not yet, anyway. You'll be alright by next Saturday. It's not that bad, really. It's not the eye I'm worried about. It's the rest of the person. What are you saying, mother? Nothing, baby. It's just that I don't know if I'm pulled together yet. You saw how suddenly everything unraveled yesterday. They warned me in the hospital that after a while I might expect some sort of setback. Okay, you had a little setback, onwards and upwards. Did you ever heard of downwards? I've heard of it. You wouldn't like it there. It's worse than Garden City. Polly, I don't think I'm ready for you yet. I don't think I can handle it. Handle what? I put on 3 pounds since I'm here. Mostly Sarah Lee's cheesecake. I'm alive. I'm healthy. I'm not floating on my back. What's wrong, mother? Mother, huh? Some mother. When am I here? I'm out all day doing absolutely nothing, and I still manage to come home late. I saw you more when you didn't live with me. I'm not complaining. Well, complain, damn it! What are you so forgiving for? I was a slob last night, a pig and a slob. It only happened once. Wait, it's early. The new schedule didn't come out yet. Besides, it didn't happen once. Before last night, there was an occasional beer on a wet, lonely afternoon, a couple of glasses of wines on a sunny, lonely afternoon, and once, after a really rotten Swedish movie, a double vodka. Okay, so forget downwards and upwards. We'll try it sideways for a while. What we will try is that you'll go home for a couple of weeks until I pull myself together. That's all, baby. Just a couple of weeks, and when you get back, I'll be a regular Doris Day type mother, okay? Freckles and everything. If I leave now, you know where you'll be in 2 weeks. You still have another eye left. Polly, please. And in 2 weeks, you find a reason to add another 2 weeks. And before you know it, Evie, I'll be all grown up and won't even need you anymore. Listen, you weren't in such bad shape when you got here. Is it such a goddamn big deal to need somebody? If you can need a bottle of scotch or a Lutaner, why can't you need me?
Evie, I do need you, baby. I just don't want to use you. Like the rest of the company around here. In a few weeks, you'll know the regular routine. You get a 2-hour storm warning and wait in your bedroom till all the bottles are empty and all the glasses are smudged. And the mornings there'll be a lot of Alka-Seltzers and black coffee and crying and forgiving and promises, and we'll live happily ever after for 2 more weeks. And in a year or so, you won't even mind it, like Jimmy or Toby. But they have nothing better to do with their lives. You're only 17. Polly. They're just friends. I'm your daughter. Evie. You get my point? Polly. No. What is it, Evie? Am I getting kicked out because you're afraid I'm going to grow up to be a crutch instead of a person? Or do you just want to be left alone so there is no one here to lock up the liquor cabinet? Evie. You're going to be late for Rumble Mayors. Polly. Screw Rumble Mayors. Evie. Looks at Polly and smiles. My. Look how quickly you can learn if you pay attention. Polly. I'm sorry. Evie. Go on. Please, Polly. Go now. Polly. Don't get to argue my side. Evie. Not today. Mother is hungover. Polly. I see. Okay? If the room's not for rent, it's not for rent. When do you want me out? Evie. Alright, let's not get maudlin. If you're not moving to the Philippines, just 86 and Madison. Polly. Nods. I'll get back for my stuff later. Evie. I'll get everything ready. If nothing else, I'm a terrific packer. Polly. I'm glad you finally found something to keep you busy. She glares at Evie, then crosses to the door. She turns and looks at Evie. Abby. A pause. What? Polly. I was just wondering if you were going to say goodbye. Abby. Not unless you want to see a major breakdown. Polly. Never mind. It's the thought that counts. The phone rings. Polly exits, closing the door behind her. Abby is at her glow web. She crosses to her mink coat and takes out a pint bottle of liquor. She pours it into a glass and sits down on a chair, her legs up on a stool. The phone stops ringing. She drinks. After a moment, the doorbell rings. She pays no attention. We hear Jimmy's voice. Jimmy. Abby? Abby, it's Jimmy. Abby, I know you're there. I just saw Polly on the stairs. She drinks. Damn it, Abby, answer me. Abby. Abby's not here. She moved. This is a recording. Jimmy. Pounds on the door. Abby, I'll break these doors down, I swear. I know what you're doing in there. A boss. 3 seconds, Abby. If it's not open in 3 seconds, I'm breaking it down. She drinks. Suddenly the door breaks down and Jimmy's body bartles into the room and onto the floor. Abby looks at him. Abby. Jesus, I didn't think you could do it. Jimmy gets up, moves to her. I knew it. I knew you'd be here with a glass in your hand drinking yourself. He notices her eye. Oh my God, look at you. Look at your face. Abby. If you're going to throw up, use the bathroom. Jimmy. He beats you. That son of a bitch beats you. Abby. And if you try to take this away from me, I'll show you how it was done. Jimmy. It was Lou Tanner, wasn't it? Toby just called me. I'll find him. If it takes me the rest of my life, I'll track that son of a bitch down and kill him. Abby. Once he hears, he'll never sleep another night. Will you close the droppers, Jimmy? And then leave me alone like a good boy. Jimmy. He closes the droppers. Sure, I'll leave you alone. I turn my back for 2 seconds. They have to call the emergency squad. What happened? How did he beat you? Abby. How many ways are there? You get hit and you fall down. Jimmy. Look at your eye. What did he hit you with? His guitar? Abby. No, the guitar was the preliminaries. Jimmy. I want to know the details, Abby. How did he hit you? Abby. Since when are you interested in sports? In a fit of anger, he pushes her. Jimmy. You think it's so goddamn funny? You look at yourself. Abby. How come everybody's so physical lately? Where were you all when I needed you? Jimmy. Have you called the police? Have you seen a doctor? What have you done? Abby. Outside of bleeding, not very much. You want the goddamn case, I give it to you. If you're interested in my welfare, get me another glass, then turn out the light and get over here. Leave me alone, Jimmy, please. Jimmy. I'll never forgive myself for running out last night. Never. He turns off the alcove light. He goes back to Abby on the sofa and puts his arm on her. It's all right, baby. We got through it before, we'll get through it again. Abby. And again and again. Jimmy. Feel better? Abby. Much. There was this movie with Gene Simons. Jimmy. English or American? Abby. English. And she was in love with this boy. Jimmy. Stuart Granger, David Niven, Michael Waitley. Abby. He was very short with blonde hair. Jimmy. Short English actor, blonde hair. Alec Guinness, Michael Caine. Abby. Miles. Jimmy. Mills, John Mills. Great Expectations, directed by Devin Lynn with Valerie Johnson, John Mills, Francis Sullivan, and introducing Jen Simons. What about it? Evie. She had this crazy old aunt who spent 40 years in a wedding dress. The boy she loved never showed up for the wedding. Never saw him again, but she never changed a thing for 40 years. Cobwebs on the goddamn wedding cake. And she never went out into the city, and she closed all the shutters and never let the sun into the house. She was covered in dust, this crazy old broad. Sat there in dark, rotting and falling apart. Mice nibbling away at the wedding gifts. And as I watched her, I remember saying to myself, she doesn't seem so crazy to me. Jimmy. Martita Hunt played the aunt. Her dress caught fire and she burned to death, screaming on the floor. Try not to think of it. Evie. I'm okay. There ain't no cobwebs on me. Jimmy. We're gonna get you. Let me get you something. Coffee, a sandwich, something to drink. I'll even let you have a real drink. How about that? Evie. It's not fun that way. I have to sneak it. Jimmy. If I go away, if I leave you alone, will you take a nap? Evie. For you? Anything. Jimmy. Not for me, for yourself. Evie. Well, we'll split it. I'll sleep a little for you and a little for me. Will you turn the rest of the lights out? Jimmy crosses and turns out another light. I can still see you, Charlie. He turns out the remaining light. The room is almost in total darkness, except for the light in the kitchen. That's better. Jimmy moves in the dark and stumbles against the stool. Jimmy. Christ. Now I can find the door. Evie. Don't worry about it, darling. Come to bed. Jimmy. Bitch. Go to sleep. He has found the door and opens it. I'll take a walk in Central Park. If I'm not back in an hour, I found true happiness. He goes, closing the door behind him. Evie. Get something for me, you bastard. She's alone. She gets up, crosses to the record player and switches on the record again. Her voice is heard, singing the song from last night. She pours herself another drink and goes back to the piano, drinking and listening. Suddenly the front door opens and Polly stands there in the doorway, looking worriedly into the dark room. Polly, concerned. Mother? Are you right? Evie, in the shadows. What are you doing here? She gets up quickly. Polly. I forgot my wallet. I don't have a car fare. What's the matter with the lights? Evie. Nothing. I have a headache. Polly. Well, no wonder. It's so depressing here, like some ghost movie on the Late Show. Evie turns off the record player. Great Expectations, directed by David Lean. Polly switches on the light. Evie winces from the glare. Christ, do you have to do that? Polly. I have to find my wallet. I'll be out in a minute. Polly starts to look around and then finds the half-empty liquor bottle on the table where Evie was sitting. She holds up the bottle, turns and looks at Evie. Evie. Well, if that's your wallet, then take it and go. Polly. It's not my wallet. It looks like yours. Evie. All right. What do you want? A reward? Put it down and go. Can't you see I'm trying to take a nap? Polly. Some nap. She turns on another light and then another lamp. Evie. What are you doing? I don't want those lights on. Leave those lights alone.
So you can sit here in the dark, drinking. It's not hard. I know where my lips are. Get away from those curtains. Sitting here in the dark like some crazy spook. I have a crazy spook for a mother. And I have a disrespectful pain in the ass for a daughter. That's why I get for sending you to a private school. Why don't you get some bats and owls in here? Fly around the room on a broomstick, crazy old spook mother. Where's my pocketbook? Take a taxi, buy a car, only get out of here. And you can sit here and finish the rest of the bottle, right? I wasn't drinking. I was meditating. 10 more minutes and you'd have meditated right out on the floor. That's why you want to be alone? I'm not alone. Jimmy was here, and he's coming back in an hour. And he'll do whatever you ask him, right? Turn out the lights, seal up the windows, refill your bottles. Anything as long as Evie's happy. Yes, yes, damn it. Now get out of here and leave me alone. That's why you kicked me out? Because you are afraid of me, aren't you, Mother? Admit you are afraid of me. Don't test me. One more word, you'll walk into Rumpelstiltskin looking like me. Go ahead, hit me. I don't mind a little pain, Mother. It sure beats indifference. Jesus, you can't say a word around here without you listening at the door. I don't have to listen through the door. When you're drunk, they can hear you in Brazil. I won't stand for this kind of talk. Yes, you will. You'll stand for anything. Stop it. Stop it, Polly. Then make me. Do something about it. I won't be talked to this way. I swear you're going to get it, Polly. I'm waiting. Please, give it to me, Evie. Not from me. From your father. I swear to God, I'm going to tell your father. Then tell him! Tell him what I become after 3 weeks. You want things to tell him about Evie? Here. All right? Now come to Rumpelstiltskin and tell him. Only please, don't sit in the dark for the rest of your life. Couldn't he have picked a nice out-of-the-way restaurant in Nebraska? You mean you changed your mind? I didn't change anything. All right? Don't change your mind. Just change your dress. You can change your mind on the way over. She's his daughter. I have too much class for a daughter like this. Listen, how about if I don't come back as a daughter? I could be a house guest. I'll just stay till I'm 35. Then get out, I promise. Didn't we just settle all that? You and your daughter settle all that. I'm a stranger. Why don't you show me the rest of the apartment? Who is she? Who sent this monster to torment me? Felicia. She can't stand any of us. Oh, God, I'm not strong enough to resist you. I suppose I'll be speaking at your school next week. We've got 15 minutes. What can we do with your face in 15 minutes? Christ, I don't know. There's 1 hour cleaners around the corner. You've known Toby Londo for 12 years and you've never heard of makeup? Come on, sit down. We'll never get away with it. Yes, you will. I'll get 20 years of impersonating a mother. Good. We'll share a cell together. The hell we will. I'm 43 years old. Someday, I'm getting my own place. Now remember, once we get here, don't be nervous. Now remember, once we get there, don't be nervous. Just be cool and nonchalant. What if I do something stupid like eat the ice cream with a fork? Then I'll eat mine with a fork. He'll look at us, think he's wrong, and eat his with a fork. Try not to move. Who would believe this? A middle-aged drunk with a black eye is worried about impressing a 47-year-old spitter? All right, I'm through. How does it look? Much better. It's not better. It looks like I was punched in the eye and someone put makeup on it. If we don't get away with it, we'll tell him the truth. He's a terrific person, Evie. He'll understand the truth. About Lou Tanner? No, the Eastern Airlines shuttle to Boston. Come on, let's get a decent dress on you. You look like you are collecting for UNICEF. Polly. What? When I grow up, I want to be just like you.